This video is about the cashier lost her shoes until a wealthy investor gave her a new house. If this story inspires you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. In the town of Maple Ridge, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, life flowed at a gentle pace. The sun would rise every morning, casting a golden hue over the quaint streets lined with small shops, bakeries, and a little grocery store called Sunny Mart. It was here that Emma, a 32-year-old single mother, spent her days as a cashier. Emma was known not just for her efficiency at the register but for her warm smile and kind heart. Despite her struggles, she always found a way to uplift those around her. The old woman who came in every Tuesday for her groceries would leave with more than just food. Emma would share stories that made the woman laugh, even on her toughest days. But life had thrown its fair share of challenges at Emma. She had lost her husband in a car accident 2 years ago, leaving her to navigate the stormy seas of grief alone. With mounting bills and a young daughter, Lily, to care for, every day felt like a climb up a steep hill. The weight of responsibility pressed against her chest, but Emma held on, determined to provide the same warmth and love for Lily that her husband had given them. That particular Friday morning, as Emma hurried to work, she noticed her shoes were falling apart. The soles were worn thin, and the left shoe squeaked with every step. Just a few more paychecks, Emma, she whispered to herself, refusing to let this minor setback dampen her spirit. After all, it was a small price to pay for the love she had for her daughter. As she arrived at Sunny Mart, the familiar aroma of fresh bread and coffee greeted her. "Good morning, Emma," called out her co-worker, Tom, who was stocking the shelves. He flashed a grin that could brighten the cloudiest of days. "Ready for another busy day?" "Always if the customers need their smiles," Emma replied, tying her apron around her waist. Hours passed, and Emma's laughter echoed through the store as she engaged with customers. Little moments, a childish giggle, a shared joke with an elderly man filled her heart with warmth. But as the day wore on, she could feel the discomfort of her shoes. Each step felt like a reminder of her struggles, yet she pushed through, focusing on the faces that brightened her day. By the time her shift ended, fatigue wrapped around Emma like a heavy blanket. She opened her car door and slid into the driver's seat. As she drove home, she glanced at her watch. "Lily will be waiting for me," she said softly, her heart swelling with love. The thought of her daughter gave her the strength to ignore the ache in her feet. That evening, after dinner, Emma and Lily cuddled on the couch watching their favorite cartoon. "Mom, can we go to the park tomorrow?" Lily asked, her big brown eyes sparkling with excitement. "Of course, sweet pea. We'll have a picnic and bring your favorite sandwiches," Emma replied, tousling Lily's hair. She made a mental note to pack her old shoes. Her pride kept her from buying a new pair, but the park visit was worth every bit of discomfort. As they drifted off to sleep, Emma lay awake, staring at the ceiling. The weight of her financial troubles loomed over her like a dark cloud. She had calculated her expenses a dozen times, and every month was a struggle. She simply longed for a moment of peace and security. The next morning, Emma and Lily packed a picnic basket with sandwiches, fruit, and cookies. As they reached the park, laughter and the scent of blooming flowers filled the air. But with every step Emma took, her shoes protested, reminding her of their impending demise. "Mommy, let us race to the swings," Lily shouted, her little legs sprinting ahead. "Okay, but be careful," Emma called, attempting to keep up. She gritted her teeth, willing her shoes to hold together just a little longer. Watching Lily's joy propelled her forward, but suddenly, as she approached the swings, the sole of her left shoe flapped loose. With a swift motion, the shoe came off entirely, sending her tumbling onto the grass. Laughter erupted from nearby children, but she felt her cheeks flush with embarrassment. "Mommy!" Lily rushed to her side, concern etched on her face. "Are you okay?" "I am fine, sweetheart," Emma said, forcing a smile despite the sting of humiliation. She quickly slipped her foot back into the shoe, trying to mask her discomfort. But a man watching from a distance, dressed in a tailored suit, noticed the scene unfold. His name was Richard, a wealthy investor known around town not just for his fortune but for his philanthropic spirit. He approached Emma with a gentle smile. "Excuse me, Mom, I couldn't help but notice your shoe mishap. Are you alright?" Emma straightened up, reluctant to make eye contact. "Yes, just a little trouble with my shoes," she said, trying to dismiss her plight. Richard knelt beside her, examining the shoe. "It looks like it has seen better days. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living?" "I am a cashier at Sunny Mart," she replied, her voice quiet. The idea of discussing her struggles felt daunting, but there was something in his demeanor that made her feel safe. You must be a beacon of light for your customers, he said, genuinely interested. And what about you? How are you doing? Emma hesitated, feeling vulnerable. It's been tough since my husband passed away. I am just trying to keep things together for my daughter. Richard's expression softened. That is a heavy burden to carry alone. You are doing an incredible job, Emma. I can see the love you have for your daughter. Tears pricked at the corners of Emma's eyes, the weight of her struggles lifted slightly by his kindness. Thank you, that means a lot. Richard smiled warmly. Life sometimes surprises us in unexpected ways. I'd like to help. How about I replace those shoes for you? You deserve to walk comfortably. Emma's heart fluttered. It was more than just shoes. It was the first kindness she had experienced in a long time. Thank you, but I couldn't possibly accept that, she replied, shaking her head. Consider it a small act of kindness, Richard insisted. You've given so much to others. Let someone give back to you. In that moment, Emma realized it wasn't just about the shoes, it was about accepting help when she needed it most. All right, just a pair of shoes then, she agreed, a smile breaking through her initial hesitation. As they talked, Richard learned about Emma's life and the challenges she faced. He admired her resilience, her ability to smile through adversity. They shared stories, laughter, and a connection that felt rare and beautiful. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Emma and Lily bid Richard farewell. Emma's heart felt lighter, and the ache in her feet seemed less significant. Mommy, that man was really nice, Lily chanted as they walked home. He was, wasn't he? Emma replied, her mind still swirling with the day's events. Later that night, as Emma tucked Lily into bed, she couldn't shake the feeling that something had shifted within her. It wasn't just about receiving kindness, it was about recognizing her own worth. As she settled into bed, a sense of hope began to blossom in her heart. Maybe, just maybe, help was on the horizon. And for the first time in a long time, Emma closed her eyes with a smile, dreaming of brighter days ahead. Following morning, Emma woke with a sense of light as she hadn't felt in ages. The sun streamed through the window, casting a warm glow over the room. She smiled at the thought of her new shoes, eagerly waiting at the foot of her bed, a tangible reminder of the kindness she had received. Mommy? Lily's voice broke through her thoughts, full of morning excitement. Can we have pancakes for breakfast? Of course, sweet pea, Emma replied, stretching her arms. How about we make them together? Yeah. Lily cheered, jumping out of bed and racing into the kitchen. Emma smiled, feeling a spark of energy as she followed her daughter. Making pancakes together had become a cherished morning ritual, a chance for them to bond before the day whisked them away with chores and responsibilities. As they mixed the batter, giggles filled the kitchen. Flour dust floated in the air like confetti, and the sweet smell of vanilla wafted around them. It was a beautiful moment, the simplicity of it grounding Emma amidst the chaos of life. Mommy, are we going to see Mr. Richard again? Lily asked, her little hand stirring the batter with enthusiasm. Emma hesitated. I am not sure, honey. It was really nice of him to help us, but he is a busy man. Maybe we'll run into him again sometime. I hope we do, Lily exclaimed. He is like a superhero. Emma chuckled softly, grateful for the innocent perspective of her daughter. Yes, he certainly is a kind superhero. Once breakfast was finished, Emma slipped on her new shoes, sleek and comfortable. They felt like stepping into a dream. She admired them in the mirror, a reminder that she was worthy of care and comfort. Wow, you look so pretty in those shoes, Mummy, Lily said, her eyes wide with admiration. Thank you, sweet pea. You know what? You make my day brighter, Emma replied, leaning down to plant a kiss on Lily's forehead. After cleaning up, they set out for the grocery store. The world outside was alive with color, and the fresh air rejuvenated Emma's spirit. Yet as they walked, a cloud settled over her thoughts. The bills loomed large again, reminders of tight finances and uncertainty. At Sunny Mart, the familiar hum of activity surrounded them. Emma greeted customers, a smile unwavering, yet behind it lay a weight of worry. Hey, Emma, looking sharp, Tom called out from behind the counter, his friendly demeanor a beacon of positivity. Thanks, Tom, just a little pick-me-up, Emma replied, her heart lightening at the compliment. But as she rang up customers, the worry lingered in the back of her mind. She was grateful for her job, yet the thought of needing to secure a more stable future gnawed at her. The memory of Richard's kindness sparked a flicker of hope. Perhaps there was a way to navigate the challenges ahead. As the day turned to evening, Emma and Lily returned home, their hearts full from time spent together. Sitting at the dinner table with bowls of soup and bread, Emma decided to share her thoughts with Lily. "Sweet pea, do you remember Mr. Richard?" she asked, savoring a spoonful of soup. "Aha, the shoe superhero!" Lily exclaimed with delight. "Exactly. Well, he reminded me that sometimes it's okay to accept help," Emma said carefully, gauging Lily's understanding. "We all need a little kindness sometimes, right?" Lily nodded seriously. "Kindness is like magic, it makes everything better." Emma chuckled softly. "You're right, and I think we can spread some kindness of our own." "What do you mean?" Lily asked, her curiosity piqued. "How about we do something nice for others, just like Mr. Richard did for us?" Emma suggested, her heart swelling with pride at her daughter's eagerness to give back. "What can we do?" Lily asked, her eyes shining with excitement. "Let us bake some cookies and share them with our neighbors," Emma proposed. "We can tell them we're rethinking of them." Lily clapped her hands. "Yes, I love cookies, let us do it." That weekend, the kitchen transformed into a cookie factory. Sawdust danced in the air again as the two of them mixed, rolled, and shaped dough. They laughed, sang silly songs, and watched cookie sheets fill with treats. When the cookies were finally baked and cold, Emma packed them in colorful bags, her heart racing with anticipation. "Are you ready for our surprise?" she asked Lily, who was practically bouncing with excitement. "Yes, let us go." Lily squealed, her small hand gripping the bag tightly. As they knocked on doors, they were met with smiles and laughter. Neighbors were delighted by the unexpected treats and the warmth of their gesture. "Thank you, Emma, this is so thoughtful," Mrs. Thompson, an elderly neighbor, said, her eyes glistening with gratitude. "Just a little something to brighten your day," Emma replied, her heart swelling with joy. By the time they returned home, Emma felt lighter, filled with a renewed sense of purpose. "See, sweet pea, kindness is powerful," she said, watching her daughter's face glow with happiness. The following week, as Emma continued to work hard at Sunny Mart, she noticed small changes around her. Customers were more engaged in conversations, and even the store had a buzz of positivity. One day, as she rang up a customer, she heard a familiar voice behind her. "Anna?" It was Richard again. "Mr. Richard, what a wonderful surprise!" Emma exclaimed, her heart skipping a beat. "I just had to come by and see how you were doing. Those shoes look fantastic," he said, grinning. Emma felt warmth bloom inside her. "Thank you, I really appreciate your kindness. It has made such a difference." Richard's eyes lit up. "I am glad to hear that. You deserve all the comfort in the world. How is everything else?" Emma took a breath, feeling brave enough to share. "It has been a challenge, but I've been trying to focus on the positives. We've even started spreading kindness with cookies for our neighbors." "That is incredible. You're inspiring, Emma," he said, genuinely impressed. "Thank you, but it is really just about finding little ways to make a difference," she replied, her cheeks warming. "Speaking of making a difference, I'd like to invite you and Lily over for dinner. I'd love to hear more about your life, and I make a mean lasagna," Richard said, his eyes sparkling. Emma hesitated, still grappling with accepting kindness. But she remembered the joy it had brought her and Lily. "That sounds lovely. We'd love to." As the day approached, Emma found herself excited yet nervous. Richard's home was beautiful, a cozy retreat filled with warmth. When they arrived, the scent of her favorite dish wafted through the air. "Wow, it smells amazing," Lily exclaimed, her little hands clapping in delight. "Thank you. Dinner is almost ready. Make yourselves at home," Richard said, his smile warm and welcoming. Over dinner, laughter filled the room as they shared stories and dreams. Emma felt a sense of belonging she hadn't realized she craved. "Emma, your resilience is inspiring. If you ever need support, don't hesitate to reach out," Richard said, his tone sincere. Emma's heart swelled. "Thank you, that means more than you know." As they finished dinner, Richard leaned back in his chair. "You know, I've been thinking, there is a community project coming up. It aims to help families in need find housing and support. Would you be interested in being involved?" "Absolutely," Emma replied, hope igniting within her. "I'd love to help." As the weeks passed, Emma dove into the project with her whole heart. Working alongside others in the community reignited her spirit. She found strength in collaboration, a shared purpose that felt uplifting. One sunny afternoon, as they painted a mural together at the community center, Lily beamed with pride. "Mommy, we're helping so many people." "Yes, we are, and it feels wonderful, doesn't it?" Emma said, her heart swelling with gratitude for this sense of purpose. But even amidst the joy, a weight still lingered. Emma often worried about her own housing situation. Despite her hard work, she struggled to save. Then one day, as Emma was reviewing the project's progress, Richard approached her. "Emma, I've been meaning to talk to you. I want to help." "What do you mean?" Emma asked, her heart racing with apprehension. "I'd like to support you with housing. I know how hard you're reworking, and I believe you deserve stability. It would mean a lot to me to help a family that gives back to the community," Richard said earnestly. Emma sat in stunned silence, the enormity of his words washing over her. I don't know what to say. I can accept that kind of help." Richard smiled gently. "You've already helped so many people, Emma. It's okay to accept support when you need it. It doesn't diminish your strength." Tears brimmed in Emma's eyes as she swallowed hard. This is more than just a house. It was security, a home for her and Lily. Emma's heart pounded in her chest as she stared at Richard, his words taking root deep within her. The prospect of financial stability felt like a distant dream, yet here it was, laid out before her. I can take that from you," she stammered, the fear of burdening someone with her needs clawing at her insides. Richard leaned forward, his expression earnest. "Emma, think of it not just as help, but as an investment in a family that has so much love to give. You've already shown that kindness has a ripple effect. Just look at how you and Lily inspired the community." His words sank in, and Emma felt the familiar tug of war within herself. She had always been the giver, the strong one who held everything together. Accepting help felt like admitting defeat. "But what if it doesn't work out? What if I can't manage everything?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Life is unpredictable, and we all face challenges. What matters is how we respond to them. You're strong, Emma. You've already faced so much," Richard replied gently. "Let me support you. You and Lily deserve a home where you can thrive, not just survive." Emma's eyes glistened with unshed tears. She thought of Lily, of the dreams she had for their future. A stable home, a place filled with laughter and love. "I am just scared," she admitted softly. Richard smiled kindly. "It is okay to be scared. You're not alone in this. You have me, and we'll make sure there is a safety net for you. Just take a leap of faith." For a moment, time stood still. The weight of her uncertainty hung in the air, but so did the possibility of hope. "All right," Emma finally whispered, her heart racing. "I'll trust you, but I promise to give back." "Of course," Richard said, his eyes shining with warmth. "Together, we can create something beautiful." With that, a new chapter began to unfold. Over the next few weeks, Richard helped Emma find a cozy house not far from Sunny Mott, a place with a small garden for Lily to play in and just enough space for all their dreams. Emma couldn't help but marvel at the possibilities that lay ahead. As they walked through the home for the first time, Lily's laughter filled the air. "Can we paint my room pink, Mommy?" she asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Of course, sweet bee. This is our home now," Emma replied, her heart swelling with joy. The house quickly became a sanctuary. Emma filled it with memories, laughter, and love. They painted bright colors, hung pictures, and filled every corner with warmth. Lily's giggles echoed through the halls, reminding Emma of the joy that had been missing for so long. However, as they settled in, Emma couldn't shake the feeling of inadequacy. Even with Richard's support, the nagging worry of maintaining the house, the bills, and securing their future loomed over her like a shadow. One evening, as they sat at the dining table eating dinner, Emma glanced at Lily, who was busy drawing at her side. "What is on your mind, Mommy?" Lily asked, sensing her mother's distraction. "Just thinking," Emma replied, forcing a smile. "About how lucky we are to have this home." "It is the best home ever, and you are the best Mommy," Lily said, her small voice filled with admiration. Tears pricked at Emma's eyes as she realized how much her daughter saw her strength. "Thank you, my little superstar. It means so much." After dinner, Emma settled on the couch, her mind racing. The weight of her responsibilities felt heavier than usual. Just then, her phone buzzed a message from Richard. "Hi Emma, just checking in. How are things going? Remember, I am here if you need anything." Emma hesitated, then replied, "It's good, but I am still trying to figure everything out. I appreciate your support more than words can say." Richard quickly responded, "You're doing so much already. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. Let us talk this week." Emma felt a warm sense of gratitude wash over her. Richard's kindness was a soft balm for her racing thoughts. "I'll take you up on that," she tipped back, feeling a flicker of hope ignite within her. The days rolled into weeks, and Emma found herself juggling her work at Sunny Mott with her new responsibilities at home. Though it was challenging, she embraced each moment with determination. She started a small garden in the backyard, cultivating vegetables and flowers alongside Lily. One bright Saturday morning, as they planted seeds together, Lily looked up and asked, "Mommy, can we grow magic beans?" Emma chuckled, shaking her head. "I think we'll have to settle for tomatoes and sunflowers for now, but maybe one day we'll find some magic beans." "Okay, but this will be the best tomatoes ever," Lily proclaimed, her little hands digging in the soil. And for every seed they planted, Emma felt a little more hope spring up within her. She started sharing her gardening journey on social media, posting pictures and offering tips. To her surprise, she began to connect with others facing similar challenges. The comments flowed in, women in her town expressing gratitude for her openness and kindness. "You re so inspiring, Emma," one wrote. "I feel like I can tackle my own struggles now." Each message lit a spark within Emma. She realized that her struggles weren't just hers, they were a shared human experience. And she could be a beacon of hope for others, just as Richard had been for her. One afternoon, as she was scrolling through her messages, Richard called. "Hey Emma, I've been hearing wonderful things about your gardening posts. People are really connecting with you." "Thanks, Richard. I didn't expect so many responses. It has been a great outlet," Emma replied, her heart racing with excitement. "I knew you had it in you. Let us brainstorm ways to expand this community. I think you have the potential to create something amazing," he said with enthusiasm. "I do love that. Maybe we can hold a community garden workshop," Emma suggested, feeling the weight lift from her shoulders. "Yes, let us do it. I'll help you organize everything," Richard replied, his energy infectious. As they planned the workshop, Emma felt a surge of motivation coursing through her veins. They settled on a Saturday morning, inviting people from the community to come together, share their stories, and cultivate their gardens. The day of the workshop dawned bright and beautiful. Emma arrived early, her heart racing with nervous excitement. As people gathered, she felt a sense of purpose wash over her. "Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today," she began, her voice steady. "We're here not just to plant seeds in the ground, but to plant seeds of hope and resilience in our hearts." The crowd cheered, and Emma felt the warmth of their energy envelop her. As she shared her story, the challenges she faced, and how gardening had brought her joy and connection, she saw faces light up with understanding. At the end of the workshop, as people exchanged stories, Emma realized that the magic of kindness had woven them all together. They shared laughter, tips, and encouragement, creating a space filled with love and support. "Mommy, that was amazing," Lily exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder as they packed up at the end of the day. "I know, sweet pea, these beautiful souls remind us that we're all in this together," Emma replied, her heart full. As they drove home, Emma turned to Lily, her voice brimming with excitement. "You know, I think we just planted the seeds for something bigger, something that can change lives." "Like magic beans?" Lily asked, her innocence shining through. "Exactly, and it starts with kindness." Days turned into weeks, and the community garden blossomed into a hub of connection. People came together, sharing not just plants but friendships, laughter, and stories of resilience. One evening, while tending to her garden, Emma received a message from Richard. "Hey Emma, I have something to share. I am organizing a fundraiser for families in need. Would you be interested in helping?" "Yes, that sounds incredible," Emma replied, her heart racing. "I'd love to be involved." Over the next few weeks, they worked diligently to create the fundraiser, pouring their passion into the project. The event was set for a warm Saturday evening, filled with music, food, and community spirit. On the day of the event, the air buzzed with excitement as people arrived, smiles lighting up their faces. Emma stood beside Richard, both of them beaming with pride as they welcomed guests. As the night unfolded, Emma took a moment to reflect. She looked out over the gathering, a tapestry of humanity, each person a testament to resilience. "Emma, look at all these people who came to support us," Richard said, his voice filled with awe. "You've created something beautiful here." "It is not just me, it is all of us together," Emma replied, her heart swelling. "We're proof of how kindness can change lives." With the night drawing to a close, Richard raised his glass, calling everyone's attention. "Thank you for coming tonight. Together we can make a difference." As people cheered, Emma felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. The night of the fundraiser shimmered with possibilities, a convergence of lives and stories woven together by threads of resilience and hope. As Emma observed the lively crowd, she felt a surge of gratitude swell within her. This wasn't just an event, it was a movement ignited by kindness. "Mommy, can we get those sparkly balloons?" Lily asked, her eyes wide with excitement, pointing to a vendor who was happily tying brightly colored balloons for the children. Sure, let us go check it out, Emma replied, smiling at her daughter's enthusiasm. The little girl tugged at her hand, her laughter ringing bright against the backdrop of music and chatter. As they strolled towards the balloon stand, Emma's heart swelled with pride. Lily had been her anchor through the storms, and now, witnessing her happiness amidst the warmth of the community filled Emma with a sense of purpose she had long yearned for. While Lily bounced with anticipation, Emma took a moment to connect with a few neighbors. "Hey, Clara," she called out to the elderly woman seated at a nearby table, her face lighting up like the evening lantern strung across the park. "Amen, dear, this is such a wonderful gathering," Clara exclaimed, her hands clasped over her heart. "You've brought everyone together. It is all of us, really. We were simply sharing the kindness we've received," Emma replied, her voice filled with sincerity. As the evening unfolded, laughter and chatter filled the air. Emma moved through the crowd, her heart buoyed by the energy surrounding her. She caught snippets of conversations, stories of struggles met with determination, of challenges that had become stepping stones to brighter days. Then, towards the outskirts of the gathering, Emma spotted Richard chatting with a few families. His presence exuded warmth, just as it had from the very first moment they met. She approached him, a radiant smile gracing her face. "Richard, this is incredible. I can't believe how many people came out to support us," Emma said, her eyes sparkling with joy. "Thanks to your hard work, Emma. You've inspired so many," he replied, his gaze gentle. "You've shown them that resilience is a shared journey." Just then, a group of children raced past them, giggling as they chased after a bouncing ball. Amidst the chaos, Lily returned, her small hands clutching two bright balloons. "Look, Mummy, one for you and one for me," she exclaimed, her face aglow with excitement. "Thank you, sweet pea, they be beautiful." Emma admired the balloons, feeling the warmth of her daughter's affection wrap around her like a cozy blanket. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the gathering, Emma gathered her thoughts to address the crowd. She stood beside Richard, her heart pounding with a mix of nerves and excitement. "Hello, everyone, thank you for joining us tonight," she began, her voice steadying as she felt their collective support. "We're here to celebrate our community, to honor the strength within each of us. Together, we are more than individuals facing struggles, we are a family united by kindness." The crowd erupted in applause, and Emma's heart swelled at the sight of so many smiling faces. "A few months ago, I felt lost, but the kindness of one man changed my life, and now we're here to share that kindness with others," she continued, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. Richard stepped forward, his presence a reassuring anchor. "Every ticket purchased tonight, every donation made, goes directly to families in need. This community has shown me the strength of the human spirit, and I am honored to stand beside you all," he said, his voice filled with conviction. As the night drew on, Emma mingled with attendees, listening to their stories and sharing her own journey of healing. Each connection reinforced the tight-knit fabric of their community, one that had endured challenges but emerged stronger and more resilient. "Emma, I just wanted to say thank you," a woman named Sarah said, wiping a tear from her eye. "Your posts about gardening inspired me to start my own. It has brought so much joy to my family." Emma felt her heart swell. "That is amazing, Sarah. It is incredible how something as simple as planting seeds can transform our lives. We all have the power to cultivate our own gardens, both in our yards and in our hearts." As the evening began to wind down, Emma caught Richard's eye across the bustling crowd. He approached her, a warm smile illuminating his features. "You are incredible out there tonight, Emma. You have a gift for connecting with people." "Thank you, Richard. I couldn't have done it without your support," Emma replied, her cheeks flushing. "You believed in me when I couldn't see my own strength." Richard's gaze softened. "You have an inner light that shines brightly. Trust in it. Your journey will inspire others to find their own paths of resilience." As they spoke, Emma felt a sense of gratitude wash over her. She had gone from facing uncertainty on her own to being part of a community that thrived on kindness and support. "I want to keep this going, Richard. We can do more together," she said, determination glimmering in her eyes. "I do love that. Let us brainstorm ideas to create ongoing support for families in need," he replied, enthusiasm bubbling in his voice. They spent the next few weeks planning new initiatives, workshops, community gatherings, and volunteer opportunities that would continue to foster relationships and support systems. With every idea, Emma felt her sense of purpose solidify, and the storm clouds of doubt began to dissipate. One sunny Saturday morning, as Emma tended to her garden with Lily by her side, she reflected on how far she had come. "Mommy, look at our tomatoes, they're getting so big," Lily exclaimed, her small hands rooted in the soil. "They are, just like us," Emma replied, her heart swelling with warmth. We planted seeds of kindness, and now we're reaping the rewards of love and support. Lily looked up, her eyes brimming with understanding. Can we share our tomatoes with Mr. Richard? He helped us so much. That is a wonderful idea, sweet pea, Emma said, a smile spreading across her face. Let us make a basket and surprise him. As they gathered the ripened tomatoes, Emma's heart soared with gratitude. They reached Richard's house just as the sun began to set, painting the sky with warm hues. Richard! Lily called out, her voice ringing with excitement. Richard stepped out, surprise crossing his face as he saw the two of them. What a lovely surprise. What do you have there? A basket of our homegrown tomatoes, Emma said, her voice light with joy. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Richard knelt beside Lily, his eyes twinkling. These are beautiful. It is wonderful to see your garden thriving. I am so proud of you both. They spent the evening on Richard's porch, sharing stories and laughter. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over their little gathering. Emma, you've changed my life as well, Richard admitted, his expression sincere. Your strength and kindness inspire me every day. I never imagined I could be a source of inspiration, Emma confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. I was lost for so long, but you helped me find my way. Together, we replanting seeds of hope, Richard said, his gaze unwavering. And they're growing into something incredible. The following months overflowed with growth both in Emma's garden and her commitment to the community. They organized workshops, created a community garden, and even established a support fund for families in need. Emma's resilience ignited a chain reaction, encouraging others to share their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs. With every connection, Emma felt the boundaries of her past dissolve. She was no longer just a survivor, but a beacon of hope for those around her. One chilly evening, as Emma sat at her kitchen table with Lily, reviewing plans for the upcoming community event, she felt a wave of contentment wash over her. Mommy, are we going to have a party for everyone? Lily asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Yes, and I want you to help me plan it, Emma replied, her heart full of gratitude for her daughter's unwavering support. Yay, we can have balloons and cookies, Lily exclaimed, bouncing in her chair. Exactly, and we'll celebrate everyone's achievements, Emma added, overwhelmed by emotion. As they continued to brainstorm ideas, Emma realized that each moment spent nurturing her garden mirrored the love she poured into her community. It was a beautiful cycle of kindness and growth, reminding her of the strength that exists within even the darkest of times. Months later, as Emma stood before a gathering of families at the community event, her heart swelled with pride. They filled the park, laughter spilling into the air like music. She looked out at the faces before her, and her voice trembled with emotion. Thank you all for being here tonight. Together, we've created something magical, she began, her gaze sweeping over the crowd. It is a reminder that no matter the challenges we face, we can always rise stronger together. As the crowd erupted in cheers, Emma felt the warmth of love wash over her. She realized that her journey had come full circle, and the seeds of kindness they had planted